morally better than others.
Isn't that a lot like one of the questions we had before about moral truths? Well, one of them was about religion. I would say no, and I would talk about purple people again.
But there is no such thing as morals.
Okay. There's no such thing as morals. Why Balgorn? Because guitar! There's no such thing as morals because guitar! Why Balgorn? Why Balgorn? Why do you say there's no such thing as morals?
Why would there be?
Because you get candy?
But is it free candy?
You don't.
No, well, depending on your morals, you might steal candy because you have a moral code where it's okay to take candy.
But that's not the same
From-
as free
from
candy
babies.
the back of the van.
Or your morals might be that it's okay to be in the back of a van and paint free candy on the side of the van and grab people off the street.
Yeah.
Whereas someone else may think that that's not moral. Okay, here we talk about we can talk about something. We can be political about it. Should I talk about a DDO thing?
Not politics.
Oh, but I was going to talk about the Crucible. Because, okay, with Update 25, you can no longer get, XP by doing the optionals, talking to the peoples in the Crucible up front and get XP there and, repeat that ad nauseum if you want to. Instead, it's now going to be awarded at the end. So some people of a moral view that by doing that over and over, it's an exploit, and so that's immoral. And other people are perfectly fine with it because you're still like, okay, I'm doing something in the quest, I'm speccing myself so that I can do these optionals, and and I'm actually doing something, so it's not actually exploiting. So that's two different moral codes, right? So is one better than the other? I would say that one is only better than the other if you think it's better than the other. And that's bias. That's a personal personality bias, and the odds of people being the same is very unlikely.
Your channel trolled me. I was typing out some long thing.
Is there a limit on how much you can talk?
I don't know. For some reason,
I just
I
followed.
just hate your channel.
Fabulous
That's
Nico,
what
thank
I've
you
come
for
out
the
with.
follow. My owlbears, oh wait, I just said my owlbears died in your honor.
Much hate.
My cat shot owlbears in your honor.
Where you got ate? Gordy, who ate Gordy?
No one. No. Zoe hate Gordy.
I think you're right. Why do I hate Gordy?
Because he smells.
Well, yes,
Killed an
that's
owlbear
true.
once.
No, because that happens. I have been in a situation where I recognize that sometimes owlbears die in your presence, and maybe you don't want the owlbears to die. Maybe it was a mercy killing because they had internet herpes, or they had the red ache, or they had mummy rot or something. Or madstone fever or something like that, and you were just putting them out of their misery because owlbears, they don't have any universal health care.
So what you're telling me is owlbears have the herbs.
Owlbears have the herpes. Sometimes they gotta
What you're
die.
saying is Obamacare.
We need Obamacare for owlbears. Either that or the universal health care the UK has or something, or Canada. We need to
I don't know
socialize
what the UK
healthcare
or
in
Canada.
the Forgotten Realms. Obamacare. 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 I had to type that because it's so beautiful. Yeah, I think John Buds makes a good point. I mean, the game is coded a certain way, and I think it depends on your personality. It kind of depends on, your background, your situation, how when you see something in the game, when you experience something in the game, how are you going to interpret it? How are you going to feel about it? And I think it's things like the Crucible, people interpret that one way versus another way, just like when they're doing a quest. They might love a quest or not love a quest for their own personal reasons, things that appeal to them, things that make sense to them, things that they think are perfectly cool, versus someone else might approach the same thing and be like, oh my god, this is awful, I hate it, I can't stand it. And so I think the moral of the argument is that some people are going to think that doing the Crucible optionals at the beginning was immoral or not right, or people shouldn't be allowed to do that, whereas other people are going to be like, I don't see the problem, I'm still like doing a quest. And then here we go, we have the DMs and stuff, or Turbine, who has to kind of make that final decision as to how they feel about the game, because they're kind of like administrating it, and by like stopping, changing how the quest is run versus how it used to be run. So
I think so.
I think what I just came upon is that Turbine ends up being the ultimate moral authority by making quest changes. Don't put that in your essay.
So, why the server is not up and is fucking 3 hours now?
Is broken.
The server.
I'll be back in 15.
They found something that was bad while they were bringing it up, I think.
They broke in the server.
So now they're rushing some kind of fix for something that they noticed while they were doing the testing before they brought the servers back, I think.
Why? Buy a new hardware for your server. Oh, Stilio. Who is this one in the photo?
He's your best friend.
No! Oh, they have the hair like Jackson.
Oh wait, I missed the Shroud comment. What was the Shroud comment?
Someone said, how is
know-
Crucible exploit any different than farming Shroud? Hold on, I just lost it.
Oh, that is a good
Ingredients
point.
not Plating.
That is a good point. Is it because you put more effort into like doing like the first part,
Well, you
or
almost
doing the
do
first 4
entire
parts?
Quest, though,
But
before
maybe
doing
because honestly,
comprehensive.
there have been times when I've just needed shards of power, and I have just done the first part of the Shroud, beating down the portals to try to get shards of power. Is that exploiting?
It's all your opinion. I don't know.
Oh,
I
you-
like my
you-
dislike.
It's my personal moral code.
Yeah. See, we have. Should I use? Because I have to give like examples. Should I start using DDO as my example?
Well, I don't know, but maybe not, because I think the best examples work when they're either like kind of generic and amorphosized. I probably just used a word that doesn't exist. But if they're generic, or there's something that is kind of relatable. So unless your prof plays DDO, it might not be the best thing to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Wait, I can do better.
But maybe you could like
I can do better.
use like Monopoly, like different rules for Monopoly, because they're house rules. Usually when people play Monopoly, there's some kind of house rules in a family per se. Okay. And you might go to someone else's house, play Monopoly, and they have different house rules. Maybe that would be a universal kind of metaphor or example. Double negative! Let's see, Titan brought up using raid bypass timers to reset your raid timer. That's working as intended, though. That's actually a game feature. So, I know there are people who don't like being able to, like, use a ton of raid bypass timers, and there's certain... some people are really down on that because they feel like it kind of broke the raiding game, and that by people getting to
Also
like
running.
do all their raiding in a really short period of time, it kind of has ruined the scene of like having a lot of raids posted and having
Or trying to
frequent
get
raiding,
epic
and
clothing, like,
that it's kind
I
of
still
crippled
like
some of
that.
the in-game scene. But it is still an item that's for sale in the DDO store, and it actually does like what the intended thing is allowing you to repeat raids. So yeah, I actually agree with Ascendant Madness. That's pretty much how I
Shouldn't, like,
feel.
Stone of experiences then be considered as cheating as well? Like, if you think that you don't
Well-
have to play to get the XP, if you just like use XP stone.
Well, you know, when this first came out, I threw a little bit of a hissy fit. But my thing was, if people have played the game a lot, sure, let them use a stone if they want to skip something. I was more afeared of new players stoning themselves, not actually playing the game, but kind of leaping ahead and then being lost because they haven't had that experience where you kind of gradually pick things up as you play quests and level your character. My voice just changed. I'm turning into a man now.
Yes.
Well, I did say that you did have a penis, but Zoe,
What?
I have
Punch
said
yourself
many
in the
times
dick.
you have
Thanks,
a penis.
thanks, Darkhat.
That helps.
Now, I'm not Darkhat. That's
You just said I have a penis.
I'm
You,
Dark Hat.
if you are Darkhat, then how do you
You'll
know? Have you met me in the basement for meetings about the future of Zerg?
Oh yes, and you were actually male when I met you, and you went and left to spend 9 months in the military, and Lotus took over the guild. Yes,
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
Darkhat Brand.
I totally forgot about that.
God, I don't know what he had.
I take it back. I know you. I take it back. I actually do know you, Darkhat. Because I remember now that I'm actually a man, and I was in the military for 9 months, and I left and gave the leadership of the guild to Lotusfly.
And I am hand of kissing it.
Something like that.
Whatever drugs he's on, I want them.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but like, on the issue of people getting XP, there is also the like counter of who gives a fuck.
Well,
Because
yeah.
does it matter?
That's usually my opinion, is I'm one of those people who I don't care what other people are doing. I kind of feel like, why does it matter what someone else is doing and how they're like, you know, getting items or how they're doing their XP? That's their game, you know, and they're going to be using their own background and stuff to make choices.
Like, the stupidest way of getting XP is like running those like mind fucking fired epic normals like all day long, which is like boring as fuck because
Oh my God.
zero challenge.
Well, I
It's
hate
so
doing the
retarded.
same thing every day. Unless it's something I really love, like Titan. And even then, I'd hate doing the pre-raid every day.
Those mindfuck epic normal.
hmm
It's horrible, man.
And
Like,
I
there
think
should
if you're doing
definitely be,
stuff
like,
that
a
affects
thing
your
that
own
you get,
personal
way
game
more XP
experience,
from like
'cause-
elite still even after the first completion, so people will stop running epic normals because it's so stupid.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
they could.
I only do epic normals when I think I really, really suck. And I feel like I'm going to die no matter what I do.
But like the fact is that if like Epic Elite would give more XP after the first completion, like more people would run it, and then it wouldn't be a problem because all the groups were doing Epic Elite.
But yeah, I
Pretty
mean,
much.
when I have other people to run with, because that's how I solo epic elites, I have other people in my party, then, I mean, it's more fun. I have way more fun, like, getting murdered in epic elites than I do running something easier solo.
I sent you a picture of my new shoes.
New shoes?
Okay.
I think people want Warlock to come
Yeah,
out,
so here's the
because
story.
diverting.
My ex-husband bought me a pair of shoes that I was in love with, and they were Adidas, and they had the three pink stripes on the side. When he left, he took them with me, or with him, and I haven't had tennis shoes pretty much since. So my mom and dad bought me some new tennis shoes.
Oh wait, this went to an email, didn't it? This was not
No, I
posted in
sent
the
it to your
Mumble.
phone.
So, yes, my. Oh, okay.
So Jack Hazard, that the whole thing about solo with people in the party is a running joke. There's a guy who's like a druid or something on Cannith. I don't remember the character's name, but he used to say that I can solo epic leads on my druid as long as there's other people in the party.
could, like,
So I was
photo
referring to
messages.
that. That's like a little bit of an in
Those are
joke.
I could definitely.
But
send
now
photo
you know
messages
that's an
laughing,
in
like,
joke. I wasn't saying
appearing,
that
but
like
not
seriously.